Hey, what's up? It's Turbo from 91.3 FM, RSU Radio, and the Metal Meltdown, joined right now by Job For A Cowboy vocalist Jonny Davy. Johnny, what's up, man?
How you doing, man?
Doing all right. Rockstar Energy Mayhem Festival, last date in Dallas, man. Talk about the entire festival and how excited you are about tonight's show.
I am exhausted. The past few days have been extremely hot. You know, we're in Texas, so things are a little more humid down here. But no, I mean, the tour's been awesome. We did Mayhem in 2009, which is amazing as well. And, there are so many horror stories like Warped Tour and Ozfest back in the day.
Right.
And this is super family oriented. It's like summer camp. So, you know, when we got this offer to do it again, we're like, yes, of course.
Right.
So, but again, yeah, the tour's been great. Just tired. Yes.
Demonocracy is out, obviously. It's been out for a little over a year now. Last time I talked to you, you didn't have much to say as far as, the album outside of the fact that you really liked it.
Yes.
But now you've had a chance to really kind of read reviews that people have made or like get fan reactions or whatever else. What do you have to say about Demonocracy now?
I'm just ready to make another one. I don't have a whole lot to say. I mean, we're super proud of it. I think, we're a band that doesn't like to put out the same record over and over again.
Right.
And we had a lineup change, and now we know our strengths and our weaknesses, and we want to work on that and just put something new out. You know, this is the end of our touring cycle, and we're just going to go home after this and write a new record. So I think at this point, I have nothing to say about Demonocracy. I'm just excited for the next one.
All right, very cool. You're talking about lineup changes and whatever else. Why do you think that Job For A Cowboy and several other bands keep suffering so many lineup changes?
This job isn't for everyone. I think it's, being gone as much as we are. Some people just want to start families. Heads just start butting. Like our drug issues. Like so many things could pop up. But I think even with a lineup change can help a band, light a fire under their ass to want to try new things and just keep trucking and moving on.
You guys are signed to Metal Blade Records. Talk about your relationship with Metal Blade. You said you're going to go record a new album or start writing a record and then maybe record a new album. Do you have a tentative schedule for when you're going to start recording? Or is it still just writing and then figure out when you're going to record?
At this point, we're just going to write. I think we have a couple pieces of the puzzle. We just need to keep writing those pieces and eventually put the puzzle together. So it's really too early to say. We're hopefully looking for a summer release.
Summer 2014.
Yes.
Awesome. That would make sense, wouldn't it? Your relationship with Metal Blade. How's that going? And what do you think some of the benefits of working with Metal Blade versus another label is?
It's strange because we have so many friends with other labels, and they have a lot of issues with them. They just don't get along, or they're super frustrated. It's really strange to me because we've had an awesome relationship with Metal Blade. They've treated us amazingly, and I just can't picture being on another label, honestly. So I love those guys. I think they're great. And I think, when you have that sort of business relationship, it needs to be healthy. Otherwise, just shit can happen in a very negative way, especially in this industry. You have to have a positive relationship with everyone you work with.
You tend to steer away from, in reference to your lyrical content, like gory type, stuff. It tends to be more social and political or whatever.
Yes.
What's going on in the media or in politics right now that's really kind of lit a fire under your ass and like you're feeling really passionate about, and that, the metal community especially needs to stay in tune with and be aware of?
I think the biggest thing right now is just the strange, just mind-blowing concept of just whistleblowers like the Snowden incident and everything, and how that's been progressing. I think that's been really sticking in my head more than anything else, and it's just, there's just the idea of transparency just isn't there, and seems to be almost impossible in the world we live in today. So I think that's the one thing that sticks in my mind.
The last time I talked to you, unfortunately, we had some technical issues, and the sound dropped out, and I didn't get to air the interview. So this time, now it's a surefire thing. It's going to happen. Right. Yeah, I thought about overdubbing it.
You should have just overdubbed it, made shit up.
I do still have the raw footage. I might do that because it was a great interview with you and Nick. But one thing I talked to you about that I'd like to reiterate, since people didn't get to hear it, was your view on digital downloads, illegal downloads, YouTube, and things of like that nature. You tend to be a lot more liberal and loose with whether or not somebody illegally downloads your music or not. Like you see, back then anyway, you seemed like you didn't really care as long as somebody was listening to the music.
Yeah. I mean, let's be realistic here. The type of music we play isn't for everyone. And, you know, as long as people listen to it, will help us out. I think I don't look at as pirating as stealing. I think I brought up the library thing to you. Like if you go to a library and you take a book out, it's not stealing. You know, no, the original author's not making any real profit off of that. I just kind of look at it as that. It's sharing. I don't look at it as stealing.
Increasing your metal knowledge base.
Yes, and I think you know the record industry is obviously falling apart extremely rapidly, and they just need to figure out new ways to make that profit. And realistically, pirating isn't going to slow down. It's not going to stop anytime soon. So I think they just need to think of something else and just kind of deal with it. And I think a lot of bands have a strong problem with that as well. And that's just stuff that's changing so fast.
How is a Job for a Cowboy remaining profitable or, you know, lucrative enough for you to like live your life on? You know, is it mostly in merchandise and touring? I mean, like where you know, because obviously you're not selling a whole lot of records anymore.
Yes.
So, you know, where are you guys making your money, if you don't mind answering that question?
You already answered it. Just you know, merch sales and touring. That's the only thing that keeps us afloat. And again, you know, bands like us, we don't really make any money off of record sales. So coming out to shows, buying merch, that's what helps us out.
Very cool. Early on in your career, a lot of people kind of like pigeonholed you as, like, say, a deathcore band, and then you guys have moved into like what, you know, people would call a death metal band. Now I'm bringing up two different subgenres. How do you feel about subgenres in metal music? 'Cause some people absolutely hate them. I tend to think they're like a necessary evil. There's got to be a way that you describe this metal music. So, you know, what is your take on subgenres in metal?
I get really confused of why people get you know, angered about genres. It's a complete necessity in my eyes. And I think obviously that creates a lot of mislabeling, but who cares, honestly?
Right. With you and what's going on now in the music scene, like who's making music right now, a new and relevant band, if you will, that you're listening to and that you're really into?
Name dropping question.
You can make some friends here or score brownie points.
I think on this tour we really like Scorpion Child.
Cool.
The whole band collectively does. They're awesome. When it comes in more in the metal world, I don't know. You got me. I'd have to sit down and really think about it.
All right, fair enough. When you're not listening to metal, you're listening to
anything from Radiohead to Bjork to you can pretty much name it. I might listen to it.
All right.
I mean, I think you need to be pretty open-minded with music, especially doing this as much as we do. Listening to metal all the time gets pretty mundane and boring to an extent. So I think you need to kind of mix it up.
Cool. To reiterate again, moving forward after Mayhem, you guys are going to take a little bit of a break,
Yes.
start writing, start recording, release hopefully in 2014.
Yep.
Anything else you got coming up, side projects or anything like that?
Naveen and I are working on another Flesh Rot record, which I've been getting asked a lot, which is kind of weird. It seems like it was off a lot of people's radar, but we're working on that, so hopefully that'll be out during the winter.
You got a label for that?
I think Metal Blade's going to put it out again.
Awesome.
I don't know
awesome.
yet. I probably shouldn't even said that because I don't even know yet.
Exclusive. All right. Well, do you have any final words for the metal community or fans of Job for a Cowboy?
Check out Demonocracy.
All right. Jonny Davy. Robbie Davy. That's your brother, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
that's my brother.
Jonny Davy, Job for a Cowboy, Turbo 91.3 FM, RSU Radio on the Metal Meltdown.